And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I know you're getting frazzled right now because Tom Papa's coming in here and you guys got this whole bread war.
Well, it's not a bread war. It's that, it's at one point, you talk about the cowboy way being stolen from Jacob. I got the bread way stolen from me.
Stolen.
I mean, listen, bro, everybody did what they had to do during the pandemic, and I don't hold that against anybody. But I was making bread before this shit.
Pandemics.
Pandemic.
You weren't driven to bread.
No, I was driven to bread by the bread gods, by my grandfather, by Papa's bread.
Mm-hmm.
That a little, years ago, when I was in my teens, my late teens, all growing up, 13 of us lived at my grandfather's house. Me and my sister and my mother slept on the floor in my uncle's room next to a weight bench, but we were happy. The Donlins in West Medford, and my grandfather would make bread.
What do you make bread in?
What do you make bread in?
Yeah.
An oven.
Isn't there a bread maker?
No, not back in the fucking 70s.
But now?
Now you get you can get a stupid, bread maker.
Why is it stupid?
Well, because it's not bread making. Bread making is with an oven. You have to know your oven. You have to know your oven. They probably have like some fucking Romp Appeal bread maker. But back then, Jay, my grandfather would make bread twice a week for the family out of necessity. Not out of some fucking TikTok whim.
Oh.
It was because we needed bread, and it was cheaper to make the bread for 13 people than it was to go buy the crappy Wonder Bread. So he would make Papa bread. So later on in my life, when I would visit my grandparents, one day I would say, Papa, teach me how to make this bread. And he took a whole day. We sat there all day. We put the yeast in. We kneaded the dough. He wrote it down with a pencil on a piece of paper, the ingredients. And we sat, and it was an all-day thing. I sat there in the kitchen with my grandfather. And then we went back in and we kneaded it again and we let it rise. And then we kneaded it and we let it rise again. And then we cut it up. And then we put it in the little bread tins, Papa's bread tins. We buttered the inside with our hands. No gloves. With your hand. And then you put it in the oven, you had to wait. And then you waited. And then the bread came out. You had to let it sit. You had to let it sit for a while. And then you went over and you grabbed a piece of the bread and you cut it off with a bread knife. And you get a tomato out of the backyard. And you cut it up, put a little mayonnaise on it. Made a little tomato sandwich with Papa bread. And then, years later at 101, my grandfather passed away. My grandmother was in a nursing home a year after that. And I was at my house, and Dawn's mom's cookbook that her mom gave her, a little piece of paper fell out. And she's like, what's that? She goes, oh, look at this. And I looked. You know what it was, Jay? It was that piece of paper that my grandfather wrote his recipe on in pencil. And right next to it, another piece of paper that my grandmother had written in cursive in a pen with all the mistakes and the things my grandfather left out of making the bread. And I took that on my grandmother's birthday, and I learned how to make the bread by myself in my kitchen, step by step. And I made Papa's bread, 4 loaves. And I drove 4.5 hours to Boston, West Medford, for my grandmother's birthday, where they took her out of the nursing home and brought her to the house. For the first time, she was back in her home, where all 13 of us lived at one point. And all the kids were there with the grandkids. And everybody was handing her presents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I walked in with 2 loaves under my arms. And I walked up to my grandmother and I said, Nan, here. She's like, what's this? And I said, it's Papa's bread. And she started to cry. She grabbed me and embraced me. And then all the kids came in. And my aunts and uncles. And they go, Papa's bread? And we all held each other in the living room as Nana cried, holding the bread like a baby. And we went into the kitchen where he made that bread years before in front of me. And Nana slowly cut into that bread, like every little slice. She was remembering her husband, and we were remembering my grandfather, and they were remembering their father. And we all took the bread and put it in the toaster because it's really shit if you don't toast it. It's not good. We toasted that bread and we put butter on it. And we all had a piece of Papa's bread in that kitchen and laughed and smiled and remembered Papa. That's why.
Just hope that... I just hope that after your grandmother did that your grandfather put her fucking face against that glass. Because I swear to God, you come in throwing around your stupid ass horse shit when I'm trying to make fucking Papa's bread, you bitch. Up on the glass. Up on the glass.
Papa put her head to the glass many a times.
Is that 100% made up?
No, 100%. That's 100% true.
I know, we have to take a break.
100% true. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. We got Tom Papa. How coincidental is that? Right? He even stole my Papa's name.
Look at that. Tom Papa bread.
Tom Papa bread. Tom Papa's coming in. Very excited. Love Tom.
We'll be right back, everybody.
We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire. Next guest. Next time we have Mike Fenoya, watch what I do.
Yeah?
Watch what I do.
You go, everybody, Mike Fenoya here.
Mike Fenoya.
Mike Fenoya's in studio.
What's up, buddy?
Nice to see you guys.
It's
Thanks for having me.
It's nice to see you.
It's nice to be here because I listen to you in Los Angeles when I'm driving around in my car.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. And so it's nice. It keeps me connected to New York.
I mean, you got to move back. You're done. Stop with the LA. Stop. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no more pilot season. The whole business flipped that. So you don't need to be in LA. And don't say the weather. You're done.
I was going to go.
Now,
sunshine.
Are you out there for exclusively business? I assume it's that too.
That's what brought us out initially.
But once you get comfortable with lifestyle out there, it is probably hard to come back to winter.
There's no winter.
Yeah, but you love the winter. You love the fall. You're a fall guy.
I do like the fall.
You love
fall
Earth.
is my love.
It's your joint because it matches all your clothes, your earth tone.
I can wear scarves.
You love gloves. You love a glove.
I don't like a glove, actually.
No,
you're right about
when you
most
fight,
of these
you do,
things.
so you can slap somebody in the face and you challenge them to a duel.
How do you feel about a top coat?
You know what? I love a top coat. I have this Brooks Brothers raincoat, top coat, Inspector Gadget looking coat.
Sure.
And but it doesn't rain where I live.
You can't wear all your accoutrements.
I've worn it twice.
Bobby's thinking about a cape this season.
Yeah.
One of the capes that comes over, it's a little over the front, a little
Not
over the back.
opposed to you doing that.
I love a cape.
I don't know if I would do it, but I'd love to see you try it.
Listen to me. You are a well-dressed man.
Thank you.
You never not dress up. And when you come back here in the fall and I see you, you can tell that you got to break out the outfits.
You're not as effeminate as that makes me feel. You are right.
And it makes us feel too.
I'm a lot of times walking around LA going, I need an outfit.
Nice pair of jeans, a braided belt. This is how you take the fall in New York City.
But it is easier. It's an easier life for sure. I mean, the people are not, I grew up here. I live here. I am here. But when I come back, I see how pissed off everyone is.
Yeah, but
everyone is where there's a lot of sun, people are just kind of smiling.
You don't have to do that anymore. You can move outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you stayed in LA because shit was going hot. You got in there. You're in the business. You're in that thing with the machine.
Yeah.
But then you had the kids. You couldn't just up and lift them out. They're gone now.
That's true.
Where are your kids?
Brooklyn and New Jersey.
Move back. LA doesn't want you.
I'm surprised the kids wanted out of LA as soon as they could.
Well, here's the problem: is the one who was born here really loves it. Not a big fan of LA. The younger one was born in LA and she likes LA more.
Okay.
So we could end up with a split situation.
You're going to split from Cynthia.
Well,
it's time for you guys to
build your case.
It's time for you guys
build your case.
I think each one takes the kid that makes most sense to them and picks a coast.
Yeah, you get another house here, which is your house.
That makes the most sense to them.
May I suggest for you a castle? You get a castle.
A nice castle.
Oh, you would fit in a fucking castle so good.
Oh, a castle would be nice. A little drafty. Your cape. You just want it so you can visit with your cape.
I would come over with my cape. I'd have a bushel of cigars and my cape, and we'd
rushing down the hallway with your cape.
Have you seen those two English inspectors that live across the bridge in Jersey? Who are those guys?
I think they're a new cop team. top coat and the cape.
Tea and crimpet.
I'm definitely the Watson. Yeah, dude, you got to get back.
Yeah,
You're
I do
done.
miss it. I miss you guys. I do miss the rhythm of and the people for sure.
Because here you hang out in LA, you go do your spots and you're gone.
Yeah, it's really true. I work the Comedy Store mostly, and I do my spot, and it's tight parking there, and they know, get my car ready, because as soon as it's over, I walk out, get right into the car, and I'm back home.
Yeah, they're saying give it up for Tom Popper, and you're in the front seat putting your seatbelt on.
But that's happening anywhere you live. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Bobby, you're the only geezer who decides to still hang out at the cellar all the time.
The
rest of us are gone. The rest of us are out when we could be out.
I take offense to that. And how dare you? And if I may borrow one of your gloves, Tom, I'd like to slap you in the
me right in my
face.
stupid
And
face.
here's my pocket watch.
Tom, an isotoner, please.
Yes, sir.
Do you think if you came back that you would be in the? I just think you'd still be leaving after your spots. How long are you gonna? When I'm done my work at a comedy club, I am fucking. You might give me 15 minutes outside bullshitting.
Yeah.
But
It depends who's there. If it's the cellar and you wander upstairs and you see a couple of your friends, that is a special part.
That's
that we
over
don't
by
have
11
there.
p.m. now, though.
Well, for my friends,
Yes,
they're
that's what I
probably
mean.
gone by 8.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hanging out.
It's just Bobby hanging out there with a bunch of young fucking ethnic
first of all,
kids.
I don't hang out with them, and they're not ethnic.
Yeah.
I really hang out now either. I go home right after my spots too. And even on the weekends, I'm like, Esty, I'll do 3.
Right.
As when I think I did 13 one night.
Yeah.
Where I used to hang out until they closed the place down.
Yeah.
And we hear the birds chirping.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm gone right after.
You're
gone.
nodding off like a toddler
Yeah,
at the table.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't hang out like that anymore either. But New York's hang is your hang.
It's just more creative place. You're around other people, just walking on the streets. Here's the thing. If we didn't have dogs, we have 2 dogs and a cat, and if we didn't have them, we would just come back, like rent a place for 3 months.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Stay for the fall,
Buddy.
and then go back to our house where our daughter wants to.
I open the back door to my house and I let the dog out.
Yeah.
And she goes
Who
out.
let
in
the
back.
dog out?
Who let the dog out?
Bob.
Who let the dog out?
Dawn.
Omar.
Seriously, who let the dog out?
Max.
Any one of us lets the dog out in the
Yeah.
backyard. You're not living the life that we used to live in the city where you had to take the dog down to the elevator,
Yeah.
blah blah. Now you
Oh,
just
you're saying bring the dogs.
bring the you don't kill them. What do you, I mean, bring the
Leave
dogs.
them there. They're California dogs, man.
I know. I'm trying to time it out.
Listen, some homeless white girl will take those dogs and make money off of them.
Yeah,
It's
you're
true.
right.
Oh, they could be heroin dogs so fast.
Yes.
They would like that.
Oh, you
Especially
know what
the
your dogs
pug.
are missing? A spiked bracelet and someone renaming it and putting a safety pin earring in its ear.
Yes.
Oh, poor Frank.
So he goes, no buttons.
You gotta. You're done. dude.
Yeah.
Get back.
Okay, but wait. But if I do come back and
Yes.
you're not hanging out at the clubs and you're going home early, what am I doing?
That's not true. We do hang out. We are there. And Jay doesn't hang out because Jay loves tummy time. Okay? Colin's at the club. Norton's always at the club.
Right.
I'm at the club. Keith. We're all still hanging out. It's just
Yeah.
the night is over earlier. That's it. And that's what you want. You want to get the fuck home by 10, 11 o'clock. You're home.
So yes, I'm saying you're really asking them to come in for like a possible 2-hour hang,
Yep.
2-3 times a week. You can't move home for that. You got to be back here for the overall fucking thing. You got to be moving back for everything from like the food to the space to you do like the winter,
The space.
family being here, stuff like that. And
Fall,
getting
spring. Fall, spring. Fall,
So
spring.
Jersey, are you coming in for spots when you're FD? Like, you do your show. You probably slide from here to spots.
So here's what it is. Yes. So I rarely do spots in the city. If I'm home on a weekend, one of the days I'll come in and do spots at a place. Besides that, but I have after the show on Mondays, I go do Legion of Skanks. That goes till 11 p.m. And then I'm done after that. If there's like sometimes they have a show going on there, and if I have something I want to work out, like I'll jump on the show at the stand or something.
Yeah.
But and then Wednesday I have a thing. Tuesday is my only night that I'm done after this at 7 o'clock. And I mean, unless I make Christina always gets upset when I do. Just like I told someone I would do their podcast on like Tuesday night. That's it. And then Wednesday
Yeah.
and then Thursdays generally I'm
Yeah.
gone. But no, I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't do like. But we were talking about it before the show. Like it's such a phase that I just left, and it seems like a million years ago. That's not. But I was
Yeah.
just like 6 day at least a week in the clubs every night till 2:30 in the morning, 100% of the time, and it was just. That was like my job. That was like the job you had.
Well, that's
like,
how you got good. That's how you got good.
Such an odd thing, but yeah, now it's like it's not even for us anymore. Bobby looks like a weirdo walking through there. He looks like when I went
First of all-
when I went to a nightclub this week, and that's how you look, Bobby, when you go to the cellar at night.
First of all, he's contradicting himself because if he's home, how does he know I'm there?
Because you call me when you're like 12:30. He goes, "Yeah, I did my spot at 8:00, but then I just sat outside and played dice and talked shit with the black kids."
I don't do that. I don't. Monday nights, I'm home by 8:00.
Yeah.
I had a Yo Mama contest with Artie Fuqua.
Monday night, I'm home by 8. Tuesday is my long day. I do everything on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm home by 8 most of the time. And then I'm
Yeah.
on the road, Friday and Saturday, I go on the road. If not, sometimes I put avails in the cellar. Sometimes I don't. I stay home. But even when I do, I'm on early and I'm back at the house. I'm not.
Yeah.
I love it. You gotta get the fuck back here, dude.
All right.
You
I
are-
do agree. I think you'll have more fun being here. Also, kind of
would.
coming back when your friends have like gotten to a point where everyone's kind of like. Then the hangs become more like, hey, we're going to this person's house for a Sunday kind of thing like that. It's kind of nice. It'll be
Yeah.
nice instead of everyone being apartment dwelling, trying to figure it the fuck.
Yeah, right, exactly. I know.
Yeah, we got to meet at the park for a Joe List party. Follow the balloon. Fuck off. You show up with a bunch of
That
open
sounds
micers.
depressing. I think I'm going to stay.
Well, we were talking before you showed up.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that I've come up with and I've kind of let go.
Podcasting, social
I mean,
media.
podcasting,
These are all things Bobby
Stand-up
disco-
career.
All
No.
things that Bobby discovered, but other people took.
podcasting. I mean, listen,
Oh, I see.
nobody did
Baldness.
it. Nobody did it on the East Coast.
Right.
I'll take baldness too because I was the first one to
Goddamn
shave
right.
first one to say fuck it. I'm out. I'm out.
Extreme weight fluctuation.
Pioneer.
Pioneer.
I mean,
Pioneer.
I guess I'll take that too.
You were at the helm of that.
I was at the helm of it.
Being a grown man trying to convince other people that a Vespa is a cool ride to have in the city. Remember that? Remember
Yeah,
that year?
I did, and I sold that 2 weeks later to a Russian woman because you guys bitched me out on and her name was the White Stallion. By the way, I named my Vespa.
Wow.
But I mean, look at social media. First one.
I was doing the White Stallion.
I know you were. She didn't do that. She was a
He
woman.
pulled up to the cellar like this and then got off. He stepped off of his little Vespa scooter and then tried to explain to all of us that this is the way to travel through New York City.
Highway legal. I got the.
There's
I got
no
highway
way
legal.
I'm about to buy a Vespa living here in New York without picturing all of you at the cellar and what you're going to say when I pull up. Like a place where you don't even wear like a shirt with like a bright color because you're going to catch shit.
Now, Tom, I don't know how popular or not popular you were in high school or through. I wasn't very. Bobby was. Bobby was a cool kid. He was badass. He was always getting pussy. So he doesn't understand. Like he thought he pulled up in a Vespa. See, the decisions I've made in life. It's the first thing I think. When I was 32, in a lobby of a comedy club, and the guy goes, "Hey, do I do piercings? You want to get a piercing?" I go, "I've always wanted to pierce my nose." And I did it on the very last day of the weekend because I needed both of those days to sit and toil over the idea. Like, if you want this, you just got to know. Like when you go home, you have to weather about 6 months of like every time you come in and goes, "Oh, hey, it's fucking adult Jay who decided to get a girl's nose ring," and you just got to go, "I like it for me, and it is what it's going to be."
I'm my own
You showed
person.
up on a Vespa. I would have been in the store. I would have got on it and seen myself in the mirror and been like, I'm not going to let
me ask
a
you-
young, healthy Keith Robinson and Patrice.
Jay,
I
how
can't
long-
defend this. I'm
how-
not strong enough to
How,
defend this.
Jay, how long did it take you? How many days did it take you to muster up the courage for the pink fingernail polish?
I'm past that now. These aren't my issues. Now I just show up. I let him.
Hang on, back to my Vespa. Put your Barbie doll fingernails down for a second. Fucking.
You can't hurt me.
You sissy.
I'm my own person.
It's always.
These are my nails.
It really does hurt you when the guy trashing you for a white Vespa has pink fingernail polish, pointing his
It
little.
does hurt. And then Bobby pulls up on his Vespa. I did this for the impression. I'm Bobby.
So, what I'm saying to you, dude,
Yes, you're a pioneer.
and I feel like you took, and I believe I told you the story. I believe on the corner in
Oh,
front
I know
of,
where you're going.
I believe in the corner of McDougal and Third. I told you about my grandfather's bread. I believe I told you it.
You did.
He just told us before you came, Tom, and it was compelling.
It's a beautiful story.
It's
It's a story that he told me after I'd been baking bread for 10 years.
I mean, I don't believe this.
And he was like, why else would I, in your mind, you must have been thinking, who else can I tell that, who's going to care about this bread story than my friend who is known for baking
for
bread.
bread.
No, that's not true. The reason why I told you that is because you look like you care about bread. You have a bread look. I
can't fight that.
I can't tell Keith about that. I couldn't tell Voss. I wouldn't be able to tell Norton. If I told Jay about bread, he'd be like, "Yeah, let's get some bread." He wouldn't even hear me. He'd just hear bread and want to get bread.
Yeah.
I do get stoked on carbs.
So here it is.
Stoked.
I told you my bread story, and all of a sudden you're the bread king of fucking the country. You're the bread
I
comedian.
am. I really am.
And I feel like you took my thing,
Yeah.
and it motivated. I don't
Well,
even,
how is it your thing?
Okay,
Because for it to be your thing,
for a comedian to
you
make.
would have to do it.
I did.
Well, I don't
it.
know if you know this. For about 10 years, Bobby was made almost entirely of bread.
I don't think he does
Breadsticks for arms,
that. I was
rolls for feet,
I was very doughy. They used to call me.
croissant for a hairdo.
They used to call me.
You remember that one summer Bobby was a pumpernickel loaf?
They called me Yeast Tits Kelly for a long time. You don't know that, do you?
There's
never knew
Yeasty and
that.
there's Yeasty. You're Yeasty.
I'm Yeasty Kelly. I have my own sneaker line made of sourdough loaves. You're right. It's not my thing, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to comedians, I was the original bread comic. I had my backstory is fucking insane about the breads.
Do you not remember the web series, Comedians on Vespas Eating Bread they made?
I didn't. That was just a pilot.
Oh, sorry.
That got
I didn't
shot.
realize. I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
Sorry,
That was-
copyright. Strike that. Copyright strike that.
Get that off, Lou. I told you about it in confidence. It didn't make it.
Very
I can't talk
sincere
about
apologies.
that.
Trademark, hobo trademark.
Well, here's me this morning because of my new special, Home Free. I was on the Today Show, and they asked me, the producer called me in L.A. and begged, would you bring a loaf of bread with you to the Today Show? And I said, well, as a bread guy, you've got to time it out, and I had a gig the night before, so I've got to bake the bread, and then it's got to sit, and then
I know how bread is made.
and then I'm going to bring it.
I'm a bread guy too. Stop going through the bread techniques. I make Papa's
Tom,
bread.
if you would though.
And then I've got to bring it cross country in my luggage, bring it to Today's Show. So I'm very nervous about the presentation of this.
It could be staling
Great.
up a little bit.
You want it to be good.
It's called day old bread.
So
How dare you?
so
I would make croutons out of it.
so this is me on the Today Show today. I did it. I brought it. I got all the timing down, and this is big buttery bread that they toasted. They sliced it, toasted, and here's Al Roker eating it.
He should be eating bread, that little tubby guy.
The whole staff of the Today Show, and
And they all went in the bathroom and threw up because they're bulimics.
That's stolen.
And
That's
they asked
stolen.
me. They said, "Do
That's-
you know any? Is there anyone else in comedy that bakes bread?" And I said no. And then I stopped myself and I said, "There is one guy whose family member made bread, but that's probably not what you're looking
No,
for."
no.
And he
No,
went,
no, no.
That
Wait
man,
a minute.
Gabriel Iglesias.
No, that is not. He's talking about me, Jay.
Oh,
First of all,
I thought you were talking about Gabriel Iglesias' Uncle Bread. That's what they call him.
That's a Hawaiian bread.
Uncle
It's a
Bread.
different bread.
Hey, Uncle Bread.
First of all, my grandfather made the bread, and I took the historical bread recipe and brought it back to life. Okay? I didn't know bread was going to be my way in like you. Okay? I didn't know bread was a thing. You know what I mean? But
Hey, listen, I wish I got on at Apple at ground level. You should have gotten into bread at ground level, buddy. As we all missed out on the boat. Starbucks, I said. Franchise coffee? Suck dick, I said.
I'm just saying.
Who's gonna drink that shit?
Who's gonna drink the same coffee everywhere? It's fucking dumb.
And dare I say, you make a L.A. bread.
Yeah.
You're known for your L.A. bread.
Have you ever had my bread?
What does that mean?
Maybe you should
Doesn't
call.
have a
Maybe
home?
you should call Al Roker.
Is it
Because these people on the Today Show, on morning shows, they'll be like, oh, they'll do a cooking segment. They're like, yeah, that was good. One little nibble. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back with Reba McEntire after that. They couldn't talk. They started stuffing this bread into their face. 1 bite, 2 bite, 3 bites. I had to do the interview by myself.
Let me ask you a question.
Al Roker had to roll up his gastric sleeve.
You're telling
That's how good it was.
He called the producer over in the middle of it and canceled the Thanksgiving Day parade because he doesn't think he's going to be able to make it.
So what you're saying is
all
that
the girl hosts said they're not going to throw this one up.
I love that you worked that joke back in.
This one stays.
You did it earlier, but it didn't get the laugh it should have, and you got it back in.
They asked for more bread and a shot of Ozempic at the same time.
This is good. I mean, he punched it up even better. This is great.
He's a born writer.
You guys are working as a team.
I'm a
and
shtick man. I'm a shtick man.
No, I love it. I'm just saying.
I love the story of your grandfather, and I love that you made that one loaf of bread.
I made 4 loaves, and I made an old woman cry with it. Have you ever made a woman cry with your bread?
Yeah, on the Today Show.
They didn't cry.
They teared up.
They didn't tear up.
I heard Whoopi and Joy Behar are crying because you're not bringing them bread.
That's true.
So yeah, maybe they've cried for that. Bobby, I can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I want to just have your back blindly on this, and I want to go at Tom. Boy, do I want to go at Tom Papa.
Well, why don't you then, you piece of shit?
Oh,
I'll tell you exactly why.
Make a choice.
Boy, oh boy.
It's just you made 4 loaves of bread once for a dying old lady.
She's not dying. She's dead. And when I gave her the loaf, she was not dying.
Is that what did it?
She had no. She had a
Sounds like
couple.
she was.
She had a few years.
Do you think she got
left.
botulism from the
No.
bread?
Fuck you, Jay. You are.
How much longer did
No,
she
I'm
live?
sorry, but you made her 4 loaves.
Yes.
And she's dead.
No, she's not dead. She died later.
From what? Morbid obesity.
She's 95. You
How
fucking
much
piece
later?
Of shit. I don't know. A few years.
And you gave her, so you made her 4 loaves.
I made her 4 loaves.
A bunch of years ago.
But that was once.
I had 2. I had 2 under my arms, Jay, like babies.
No, listen,
Once.
I understand your Balky Bartakamos origin story you have here, where you're coming over a hill with a basket of bread for your mumsy.
You are a fucking turn. Thank God there's not a civil
Bobby-
war, because
Bobby-
you'd switch sides quick, wouldn't you?
You'd come home like a Sound of Music child with your leader whoozing and
This
your
guy would fucking put a Dixie flag right on his car. This piece of shit.
don't move me
Hey, there's
south.
nothing wrong with getting with the winning team.
This time.
My vote is for Kill Tony. So, I'm writing him in on the ballot.
I'm telling you right now, I want to say something to you.
Go ahead.
I think that you took this, and I've talked to other people about this.
Anyone that'll listen. Yeah.
2 people.
But one of them works for Big Bread.
Yeah, I'm saying this right now. I'd like to officially. I know we've done this unofficially. I'd like to officially challenge you right now.
Yeah.
And if I had one of your little mittens, I'd slap you in the face and make this challenge official.
I would pull you by your cape lapel.
You guys are going to have such a dignified gentleman's fight.
I challenge you.
He goes, let me put my cane down. Put up your dukes.
I challenge you.
Cynthia, give me the overcoat.
Take my top.
overcoat.
Cynthia, take my top coat and tails. A gentleman meaning to square some biz.
Not
Some
the
old-
overcoat. It's Bobby, and he's bringing up the bread thing
some
again.
long-term bread beef.
I'm going to need the leather slippers.
I challenge you right now to a bread off. I make my papa's bread. You make your quote unquote papa's bread.
How are you spelling Papa? P-U-P-P-A?
No, P-A-P-A. Papa.
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 You're putting a UH on it, though.
Yeah, he's
I'm not.
going Papa.
I'm from Boston. We
Papa.
do things that people don't do.
Papa?
Papa.
Like talk right?
It's Papa. You know what? You can hurt me. You can use words to hurt, but I'm going to use my bread to hurt you. How's that? My bread's going to hurt you. And I challenge you this. I'll make this challenge.
Yeah.
Whoever's bread wins square and fair, and we'll have Nikki come in, right?
Nikki Dinky,
Nikki,
for sure.
Nikki, who is a food connoisseur, a dare I say,
She's a celebrity chef.
Celebrity
Although
chef.
I will say, we did meet her because she's a doll. She's a great cook.
the best.
But
Yeah.
she used to go on the Wendy Williams show. And Wendy Williams, the reason we got a hold of Nikki was because she sat there smiling-faced and as good as ever while Wendy Williams at one point literally spits out the food into a napkin and puts it in her pocket and looks over at the camera guy like, "Gah." And then she also tries to eat all the food before it's finished and puts hot sauce on all of it. Yeah. So this is Wendy Williams' fault. This is not a Nikki Dickey fault. So we love her.
That's why she has elephant feet now.
And that's why Wendy Williams is turning into an old tree.
Yeah, she looks like she was in Pompeii from the ankles down. Listen, I challenge you.
She moves like Terminator 2 when he was in the liquid nitrogen. Like at one point her legs are just going to stay on the floor and break off. Her knees are going to break off of it.
Yeah,
like those little toy soldiers.
From her knees down, she looked like
stand.
her knees just saw Medusa. I challenge you right now. Whoever's bread is the best, and we'll have the crew here decide, and Nikki, the other person has to stop making bread forever.
I have no problem with that.
Wow.
Wow. He accepted that contest, and that was so masculine, Bobby, that made your wiener shrivel up when you said that. It made me I was like,
it actually made my wiener get hard.
It should. He was like, that was so masculine.
You don't know me, Jay.
Like a baguette.
That filled me up.
Yeah. The problem is...
Just call me a baguette.
The problem is when you lose...
Yes.
And you... can't make bread anymore.
Yeah.
How does that any different from how you're living now?
Yeah, I want to bet on you, Bobby, but you're about to compete with your 5th loaf of bread. Your 5th loaf.
I'll make 2.
And then his
It'll be
punishment is he can't make any more. That's like his dream. That's his goal.
That's not my goal.
To be told that he can't make any more ever.
He goes, "No, I'd be the best bread maker. Unfortunately, bets are bets. I don't welch. I don't come from a family.
But here's the thing: is your bread.
My papa wouldn't have liked this.
Your bread is just bread to you. My bread has life meaning to me. That means I'll never be able to make the bread for my mom, my kid. Like no one in my family will ever get Papa bread again because I have the only recipe, handwritten with a pencil on a piece of paper. There's only one recipe of his bread. I own it. And that means I will, how about this? I will take that piece of paper and I will burn it.
I don't want you to do that because your son might be more motivated than you and actually make the bread from his ancestor.
You really hurt. You really never hurt.
You don't do it.
You stole my
you
life.
Don't
you have stolen bread valor.
You don't
and
bake
then you
bread.
insult my son.
That's
I'll
like
tell
you
you how
yelling.
Stolen bread valor,
Mr.
Mr. Papa. I challenge you to a duel. Do you accept or not, you yeasty son of a bitch?
I'm not a good judge. I really enjoy matzah. I will say though about it being the judge, this is going to be a tough contest for you. And also, Tom was so. No, I'm saying tough contest for Bobby because Tom. It's got to scare you a little bit when you made what would be described as crazy parameters you put on this.
Man,
crazy.
let me ask you a question.
No one makes bread ever again, which I thought, Tom, on this pure fact that maybe Bobby whips up a good loaf this time, and I love making bread. I didn't realize how much it mattered to Tom. When I did his show in L.A., and I came in for the show, it was a day you were running around, you were crazy, and he had to bring in a store-bought bread, and he was apologetic throughout the show to the point where I was like, it's fine, I thought it was mostly just about us talking. He's like, it's kind of about the bread. And I don't like to bring a store-bought bread when I make bread.
Can I say something?
It mattered to him very much.
I want to say something to you, Jay. If I had a show where I made bread, Papa bread, and it was called Bobby Papa Bread, and I had you on, I would never go and disrespect you like that and go buy store-bought bread. You know why you can't buy? I couldn't do that, first of all, because the stores don't make Papa bread. They make that Papa bread.
Well, he brought an assortment of breads.
Yeah, but was
a delicious assortment of breads from a very, very established bakery.
You can buy Papa's bread. You can't buy Papa's bread.
I have to say, the whole challenge aside, I really am getting very uncomfortable with how you say Papa.
It is making no sense. The fact that you're saying it.
It's Papa.
And then spelling it different than you're saying it, but keep on correcting us
Papa.
for the
way. He's saying puppy with an AH at the end.
I'm saying Papa.
Papa.
You're losing steam.
Papa.
Papa. It's Papa.
Papa.
It's Papa.
Papa. What's up?
Papa bread.
Papa.
I think you've seen.
Yeah, look,
I think you've seen this recipe so few times that you're not sure what it says.
I know what it says. And here's what I see right now. I see fear. and you're trying to I get what you're doing.
I'll tell you what I try to
You're
see.
trying to go to the Papa
I try to
thing?
tell you to
You
see.
get my friend
I'm
against me.
telling you.
You get my co-host against me.
I'm not
I
against
see
you. I'm just telling you,
You're
trying to
against
No
me.
one's
You're
against
trying to
you.
convince a
We're
guy
trying
that
to-
he doesn't know how to pronounce his own last name.
I'm just saying, you're supposed to be on my side, Jason.
I'm on your
and I
side.
call you Jason from now
I
on.
blindly vote for you.
You do not put
in
those.
this.
Stop flailing those pink fingernails. They're scaring everyone.
You brought me to my knees with that story before this thing. I was on my knee. I fell apart emotionally.
This goddamn studio's falling apart.
I've never understood love like I never understood love like you described in that story for a person. But I don't want you throwing your whole life of bread making, which listen, you got years ahead of you. You could really get into bread making and do something with it. You can't lay this heavy of stakes
It's
on your 5th loaf of bread, 2nd outing.
It's for Papa.
These people died a long time ago, Bobby.
Yeah,
Papa,
but
can
he's
you
still
hear
there.
me?
And I know Papa will guide me.
Papa, can you hear me?
Papa
Papa, can you hear me?
Papa is guiding me and will guide my hand.
If Papa is able to see you and guide you,
Yeah.
that's assuming that he's been watching you this whole time.
Oh, I hope he hasn't.
How much has he been crying that you will not make his bread?
Bobby, I know this wants to take you back to when you would come home on your strange bicycle through a field of sheep and then take your belt of books into the house and get some of Papa's bread before you'd sneak under and feed some to a pet mouse you're not supposed to have.
Don't forget my chalkboard notebook I had.
You had a chalkboard notebook. Let's not forget to.
His little cap. Where's he putting his marbles?
Your little satchel. And then also you had that little thing that puts candles out at night.
But I also had a stick with a wheel my little toy that I got for Christmas.
We had
when
a
I was
wheel stick toy.
I had a wheel stick toy.
And Papa would make you the bread.
Occasionally I ride my bike. What's it called? With the big wheel and the
A penny farthing. Oh, Bobby would take his penny farthing to school.
The fact that you know that just kills me. Here's the thing. This is why he's bringing up why you don't make it. Why you don't make it. I don't make bread willy nilly.
Does willy nilly mean at all?
I make bread when it means something. Which
Only when a grandparent dies.
You're like
Only when he's trying to kill the 90-year-old in the family.
You're like a Wonder Bread factory. I make bread that affects people's lives, and I'm going to make this loaf too. I'll make 2.
Sounds like the only life you affected was a 90-year-old woman who died shortly thereafter.
3 years after you piece
Got
of
3
shit.
years
She was
after.
95.
She got 3 years after, but she also, you said it, she was like, "This is Papa's bread," and she was like, "Yeah."
No, she was not. That's not what I said. You didn't hear the story. You're making that up now, and I'm offended. I'm offended that you would take that story and rewrite it to be friends with this
We're
guy.
already friends.
I've
You
never
don't have
heard
to-
someone so passionate about something they don't do. This would be like me getting angry about singing opera.
Yeah.
I'm like, God
I
damn
do-
it.
I
It's like,
the-
Tom, look
I
me in the
can't
eyes and
believe
tell me you
he's-
think that you're genuinely a better breakdancer than I am.
First of all, I do the same thing with comedy. Okay. I'm challenging you to do it. Do you
I broke
accept
dance
it?
one
Do you-
time back in like '93. It was
You can,
crazy.
you can accept the challenge.
I accept the challenge.
Okay, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
By the way, did you see as far as people doing things they're not supposed to? I just learned about this. TJ Miller came into Skanks last night dressed for Halloween, and I didn't get the costume. I thought what he was doing was funny, but I didn't get the costume, and it turns out. Did you hear? How did we not do this in the show? Ray Gun, the female breakdancer from.
Yeah.
How do we not talk about this in the show ever? It's one. You knew this, Christine?
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Somebody from she's like Australian.
For the Olympics.
Yeah, but
breakdancing.
But she was like, but she's like, she knows somebody who knows a guy who knows a guy.
She was a professor of breakdancing.
Really?
At university.
She taught it.
Yeah.
But she wasn't good. But her husband, she got her husband on the board to get her in for the Olympics.
How did you not talk about this? This was huge.
This is one of the funniest things ever.
Oh,
I think that day we were watching Double Penetration.
yeah. But I mean, these aren't even.
Oh, yeah. They took breakdancing out of the Olympics after this.
It was like they learned she learned breakdancing from a book, but had never seen it.
I mean, these moves are hilarious.
She's
That's
doing
the best.
sit-ups. She's doing side sit-ups.
This was in the Olympics.
There's an audience for it.
Yeah. This is why there won't be breakdancing in any more
Oh yeah, they
Olympics.
got rid of it so fast. Isn't that
So
funny?
fast.
What else have they gotten rid of that quick? They've had a couple things they brought in and got rid of.
Bread making?
No, not yet.
think just breakdancing.
No, there's been some other come and goes. There's like some kinds of. I think bench. I think for a while they were doing bench pressing. They took that out again. It's just the Olympic lifts now.
Right.
I don't know, but this girl is just
Penny farthing
awful.
races.
I love it that she's just not talented at dancing at all.
At
It's
all,
really
and
pretty
in the
funny.
Olympics, biggest stage in the
Because
world.
there was girls in that thing that were the problem with why I think they took breakdancing out isn't because of that lady. I have to believe is because I watched it like one of the showings like blocks where they showed that for like 6-8 competitors something like that, like one of the heats of it. And I mean, like by the third person, they're just doing the same move. They just have to keep saying it too. It goes up, nice transition to a windmill, up back onto the knee spin, and look at that, a head spin, back into the windmill, knee spin, head spin, double head spin, knee spin.
We have to take a break. We're Tom Papa. Tom Papa's got a brand new special out right now on Netflix. Oh, I can't wait for this. Home free right now, and of course he has Breaking Bread with Tom Papa podcast, as well as What a Joke with Papa and Fortune here right on Sirius XM channel 93. I love you, Tom. You're one of my great friends.
Too. Thanks for having me, guys.
But
This was really nice.
We will definitely come back and we will have this
bread off.
We'll have the bread off.
I talk about bread baking in my special. And if you'll notice,
so am I.
Bobby's never done that.
You don't know my new hour. My whole new hour. I have 10 minutes on bread.
I mentioned a guy named Bobby in it.
It's not you, though.
It's not you. It's just a guy that thinks he can make bread but can't.
That sounds like me.
No.
No.
It's not you.
Not you.
It's another Bobby
Tom
who
Papa.
lies to himself about baking.
Well, we're going to find out. I can't wait till you have to stop making
Bobby's
bread.
Fifth bread.
We'll
Love
be right.
you guys.
We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
Rồi, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Mình rất vui khi được gặp lại các bạn trong video này. Hôm nay thì mình sẽ xin chia sẻ cho các bạn về một cái thông tin mới nhất liên quan đến thị trường ô tô. Hôm nay thì sẽ có một cái tin tức về cái dòng xe phao Bestune Xiaomi, một cái mẫu xe điện mini sắp được bán tại Việt Nam, có giá chỉ khoảng 200 triệu đồng. Thông tin chi tiết vụ việc này như sau. Mẫu xe điện mini nó lắp cái motor điện pin 13,9 kWh, phạm vi hoạt động là 170 km, dự kiến sẽ bán ra trong quý 3 của năm 2025. Nhà phân phối dòng xe Trung Quốc phao đã ra mắt cái mẫu Bestune Xiaomi tại triển lãm quốc tế năng lượng Việt Nam và Hà Nội ngày 24 tháng 4 vừa qua. Bestune Xiaomi là một cái dòng xe điện mini, nó có cùng phân khúc với cả cái mẫu Wuling Hồng Quang Mini EV và mẫu VinFast VF3 tại thị trường Việt Nam đã được bán. Đại diện của nhà phân phối Thái Hưng NEV cho biết xe điện mini Xiaomi phiên bản là tiểu mã thì sẽ được sản xuất tại Việt Nam vào quý 3 năm nay và dự kiến có giá chỉ khoảng 200 triệu đồng. Đối thủ Wuling Hồng Quang Mini EV bán hai phiên bản giá từ 197 đến 231 triệu đồng. Xiaomi thì nó sở hữu một cái chiều dài rộng cao lần lượt là 3000 x 1510 x 1630 mm và có chiều dài cơ sở là 1953 mm. Trong khi Hồng Quang Mini EV là 2950 1493 x 1621 và chiều dài cơ sở là 1940 mm. Như vậy thì kích thước của cái dòng xe tiểu mã này thì nó nhỉnh hơn so với đối thủ Mini EV. Cái dòng xe Xiaomi này thì nó lắp cái motor điện cầu sau có công suất là 26 mã lực, mô men xoắn là 85 Nm. Nó tương đương với cả xe của Wuling. Xiaomi sử dụng cái mức pin là lithium ion, dung lượng là 13,9 kWh. Trong khi Hồng Quang Mini EV thì có hai lựa chọn là 9,6 kWh và 13,9 kWh. Phạm vi hoạt động của tiểu mã là 170, giống bản cao nhất của Mini EV. Cái ngoại hình của Xiaomi này tương tự như Hồng Quang Mini EV, tuy nhiên thì đường nét thiết kế của Xiaomi thì mềm mại và bo tròn hơn so với đối thủ về các cái thiết kế. Xe cấu hình 4 chỗ với 3 cửa, nội thất phong cách tối giản, táp lô thì bố trí các cái núm xoay điều chỉnh chức năng, vô lăng nhựa đáy phẳng, ghế nỉ 2 tông màu, màn hình kỹ thuật số 7 inch sau vô lăng, và điều hòa cơ. Trang bị tiêu chuẩn an toàn trên Selma thì nó bao gồm là 2 túi khí, cảm biến áp suất lốp, phanh ABS, EBD, cảm biến lùi, camera lùi, hỗ trợ khởi hành ngang dốc. Triển lãm quốc tế năng lượng Việt Nam Trung Quốc ASEAN 2025 diễn ra tại Hà Nội từ ngày 24 đến ngày 26 tháng 4. Và đó là nơi mà các cái hãng xe cung cấp những cái triển lãm năng lượng về năng lượng xanh của mình, những cái mẫu xe điện, thuần điện để có thể cung cấp cho khán giả và những người tham dự triển lãm biết được. Và những thông tin liên quan đến dòng xe Fao Bestun Selma, một mẫu xe điện mini sắp được bán tại Việt Nam thì cũng đã khép lại video này của mình. Rất mong những cái chia sẻ của mình đến các bạn đều là những thông tin bổ ích. Video của mình đến đây là kết thúc. Xin chào, hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong các video kế tiếp.
And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Intro 5-6 times, Bobby. Who knows?
Who cares?
It doesn't even matter.
She'll have the patience for that.
No, you're gonna be fine. But it's, as long as you get the name of the special out there.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
It's white.
No, it's contextual. It's fine.
I can't.
No, it's totally fine.
I don't know.
I talked to like 4 black people on the way here.
You did?
Yeah, and they were like, "It's fine if it's in that kind of context."
It's called white and ga, which I believe is French for white scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No, I think
Why?
When's the last time you been to church, my nigga?
Woo! Hang on. Ready? Help me out here, Joe. DJ Lou. It's called white.
he can't time it like
When's the
that.
last time you been to church, my
White?
nigga?
Not only can he not, I would suggest that we not have a drop that's just the N-word in different ways. I mean, I'd see a purpose for it. I see where it would come into a comedic play a lot, but it's not on the board. What if Sirius Hits 1 comes in here and starts whacking the wrong button? They're off the air.
It's it's shot at the Pussycat Lounge. It looks great. Really, Pussycat Lounge looks great on film.
I know. I've seen it 77,000 times.
How?
Because everyone does a special there now.
No, the Pussycat
Oh,
Lounge.
the Pussy upstairs.
No, you're talking the
Upstairs.
Village Underground.
Yes,
And the
Village Underground.
first person to ever do a special at the Village Underground. Do you know?
You.
Bingo.
Not the last.
Not the last.
Not the
Yeah.
last by far.
It looks good. I mean, there's a far. The only thing is, I like the Comedy Cellar in the window is kind of sexy. I would have shut the TV off. You know what I mean?
What TV?
That's a TV. The Comedy Cellar sign.
It is?
Yeah, it's a TV. It's just a TV.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I thought it was glass.
No, they used to make them. They used to the original one. I think is still down the room, and they made another original one for Vegas and the Village Underground. But then the TV looks exactly the same on while you're up there.
So this is the Moroccan Lounge.
That's the Moroccan Lounge, 80-seater, little balcony up top. It's one of my favorite rooms in the city.
I used to run karaoke in there. Every
Yeah, I
Monday.
know. I remember that. It was
every Monday night.
buddy. That lounge was. I remember going in there. It was fucking great at
It
the
was
end
a
of the
good
night.
time. I know.
It's an awesome lounge.
It was better before when we used to just go to it as fans. Was better. Just finger chicks upstairs and that thing. And
The finger and balcony.
the finger balcony.
Yeah.
God, finger balcony ruled.
Oh, it was so dirty and
Those days are over.
It was so dark.
Oh, well, you already knew you were sitting on Artie Fuqua's cum somewhere up there, so you might as well just fucking just accept it, dude. It's like when I was at the Fago explosion at the Insane Clown Posse Festival. After a while, you're just like, I'm covered in soda, dude. It is what it is. I guess I got Artie's cum on me, whatever. I'm trying to make out with this fucking portly chick from Illinois or wherever.
It was Artie or Sherrod or Godfrey's jizz up there on a pillow. Yeah, that was a great time because they used to stay open after the shows. So we do these shows until like what 2?
And then you find the straggling chicks.
Find the weak one with a limp,
Yes.
a hair lip, or a dead tooth.
You really didn't even have to much. After a while, Artie Fuqua was the best at just going like everyone that seemed attractive. Get over there. The problem with Artie is he drew no lines. He's also like, come on, girls, bring your boyfriends and their friends.
You know what's crazy?
Because Artie didn't
Will-
overthink it. Artie just worried about one girl, and then the rest, everybody else is there with like entertaining girls with their boyfriends.
Yeah, Will remember Will? He would have a harem around him all the time. Of
I know,
chicks.
but his wiener never left his pants.
Never ever hooked up with any of them.
I know.
Crazy.
That's what Patrice used to say. He would come home and see like two fat ass naked black chicks like cornrowing Will's hair, and then he would just hug them and they'd go home after they cornrowed his hair.
Fucking weirdest thing ever.
He's like, why are they naked? It didn't matter. It's like, well, why aren't you fucking them? He's like, oh, they're my friends.
My friends.
Oh, those are my friends. Why you get upset, my naked friends?
Aldo Benny lived with him. You know Aldo Benny?
Sure.
He lived with Patrice and Will for a while. And I remember I went over there in the morning one day. Me and Patrice would go and see him, and he would go to Al's room every morning and tap on the door and open it up. He'd be like, come in, and he'd open up. He goes, yo, Al, seriously, man, you should quit the business. And I would laugh, and he'd be like, I know you think I'm kidding. I do this every morning, but you're not going to make it. You don't got it. He's like, all right, I'll be back tomorrow. And he just do that every morning.
Al, you, Dane Cook, I will say, you guys had a handsome crew. You had a good laying out pussy crew there in the early days.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know what everybody looked like at that time exactly. Maybe it wasn't like, Dane may have found his look.
Dane found his look
through time, but Al Del Benny, I remember being like a decent looking guy, always a good looking guy, but he's aged almost handsomer.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy.
Like he looks better now.
The only thing that was wrong with Al, and Dane fixed
His
it
teeth,
for him.
right?
Yeah, he had shredded wheat teeth.
Yeah.
And Dane hooked him up. He had beautiful teeth. And Al, out of all of us, the chicks liked him for some reason.
Aging good.
But he liked weird chicks, man. He liked hippie, smelly chicks.
Was he married for a minute?
He's married now.
He is
He's got
married,
kids.
for a long time. I think by the time I met him, he may have already been married.
He said, fuck it, moved back to Australia. He's kind of a thing in Australia, which I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Al was
I don't
always a good
remember
kid.
Al Del Benny too much. Oh, hey.
There she is.
No, he's sending you the wrong way.
No, over this way.
Well, I'm fucked up.
Come over here. Next to me, baby.
What I did wrong. My love, what's going on with you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited.
You've been excited for this intro for a while.
I've been excited for a while.
And you said to me earlier, you've been looking for an excuse to get this off your chest.
Yes.
Yeah, Bobby, go ahead. Intro, promotion, plugs, please. Why is this so difficult for you? You introduced her special 75 times before she walked in the door, Bobby.
Am I that mesmerizing?
You are. You guys, right now, everybody loves her. I love her. Jay loves her. And you love her. We got her here in the studio on the Bonfire.
No. You got to check out her new special, Bobby.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Her new special, White People Are Different.
No.
And if you watch it, there is another title, so you ain't got to go N-word heavy.
What's the other title?
You have to watch it. That's the thing. If white people are nervous about saying it, I give you a thing to say, but you have to watch the special.
I watched it.
If you say it,
I watched it.
Oh, so you can just sell it however you want then, Bobby.
No, but don't say that. Don't say it because
He doesn't know.
I want them to know it. He does know it.
It's
he hit. No. He hit me. He hit me. Yeah.
I watched it.
I sent it directly
No, I
to
smacked her
him.
in the fucking face. I was
Yeah,
like, don't talk about white people.
Bobby
How
wear
dare you.
progressives. You know what I'm saying? You got to send blind niggas immediately. You got to send them the shit you want them to see. Ain't no Google typing and shit for a blind nigga. Not at all. Let me say this before we get started.
What?
It was on my spirit. I want to say something.
Are you wearing Christmas pajamas?
It's 1 degree outside, and it's only 1 degree to me because my vagina is hot. Okay, thank you. You see, when black people walk in here, turn the fucking lights
We
on,
have to,
Christine.
or we won't
Come
see you on the video.
Well, nigga, I barely saw you, and I don't really want them to see me like that. I'm going through it.
What are you going through?
But just it. But
what's it?
Don't let me.
Bobby, you know
do
what it
my
is.
thing.
All right, go ahead, baby. Do your thing.
I want to say a special thing. I was like, should I not say it? Should I say it? Should I text this person? Should I not text this person? What I'm about to say to somebody, this is not no controversy. This ain't me trying to be no bitch. I want to send some special love out to Zach Amico because he's been on my spirit, right? And when I saw Zach, I'm not kidding you.
Baba, I didn't. I laughed. I laughed. Did you get high?
No, don't do that to me. What Zach? No.
I don't know what the fuck.
I've known Zach for a long time. He's a great kid, a sweet kid, beautiful person.
Yes.
I mean, a fucking beautiful person inside. Why? Let's not entertain him with this largeness that's happening because to me, it's like Are we feeding into it? The man is brilliant. Zach, I didn't know how to call you. This is not no disrespect from, I'm a big bitch. I've been humongous. You understand?
Yeah, you're in a room full of fat people.
Right, sure. But what he was on my spirit for whatever reason, because I don't know what's laying into that. I don't know what that energy is. And if it's some type of sadness or feeling unworthy, I just want Zach to know that I think he's such a worthy comic. And I think he's so much beyond whatever appearance shit that may be popping.
I've talked to Zach, and I told him, call me, I'll hook you up with my doctor. I talked to my doctor who did my surgery. I'm like, dude, get this surgery. This will give you the head start you need just to lose some of this weight.
It's deeper than that, Bobby, because we're not even
because he's fatter than that.
Bobby,
what
I'm saying is, I met Zach. This kid was a young kid. He's almost like he ain't aged, but fat keep you young. That's why I look 12.
It keeps your skin stretched out so you don't see the wrinkles.
Who the fuck are you, Dr. Seuss? Nobody asked you for no fucking rundown.
Bobby,
no, you're fucking my shit up.
What's your shit?
When the Lord told me to say this, he didn't include you in the conversation.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
First of all, your Lord is my Lord. We have the same God.
Oh, here we go.
Black Jesus?
Yeah, Bobby Jesus also got a Jerry curl. Now, so on my spirit, right?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I said, do I hit Zach up? I haven't talked to Zach through phone or text in a long time, so I don't even know if the number's still accurate. So I didn't want that to be disingenuous. But I was fighting, like, do I come on here and say the shit and, like, now I'm making it all out and everybody and this and that, and it's like, are you trying to embarrass it? No, I'm telling you, like, whatever spirit he going through right now, I've been in it. And I just wanted to publicly say, Zach, you are worthy, regardless. You don't have to pinpoint nothing. You have so much to say. Baby, let's work on getting some of this weight down, please.
Okay, he doesn't listen to the show. So you should call him and say this to him. Not say it to us. Because he's on Moderna. I got surgery. You lost weight.
Yeah, I've been eating the skins of little white babies.
Nice.
It does work.
Delicious.
Right. It ties your stomach right up. Little white babies are appetite suppressant.
That's the main ingredient in Ozempic, by the way. I don't know if people know that.
Just for the sake of equilibrium, Zach, I want you to know that no one will love you as much as food tastes delicious. Just in equilibrium. In equilibrium.
You need balance, Jay.
You need balance.
You need balance.
It can't be all positive.
I just say that out loud because he's such a funny dude.
Yeah, he's funny.
And he's such a, like...
You should call him.
I will, but I felt like I wanted to you know what I'm saying? Like, say that...
Publicly shame him into losing weight.
No, it's not about losing weight, baby.
He's got to lose weight.
Well, he's sure. We all got this.
I thought it was 100% about losing weight.
No, it's 100%.
No. It's not. No. Losing weight. How do we get to losing weight?
Because a needle in my stomach.
I got my stomach shrunk.
And then Bobby had the doctors take something out.
Yeah, I took most of it out.
I think the answer is science. How do we lose weight? Science.
First of all, let me just say this. Shout out to my baby, Doug Stanhope. Now we an item. You know what I'm saying, right? Me and Doug and Bingo, right? We out here doing our thing. But what I will say is, I don't want to replace that enemy, right, that I had with Doug with somebody else. So I'm not challenging. What I'm saying is, for us to get to the place where we need to lose weight, it's not just the weight.
Take a sip of water.
I know, my mouth is dry.
Dry as shit, and it's fucking making me thirsty. You talking? Holy god damn it, Yamaneika.
Ashy mouth.
I love you so much, but I kept licking my lips. Fucking put some on your hands too. Shit.
You know what it was? I felt it, right? I felt it. And then I was like, nah, because they already think I'm on crack, right? So I didn't want to address it. I'm not on crack. And fuck whoever put that picture of my fucking wing arms up there.
That was you and Stanhope.
Why did Doug show up in a full suit to fight? It's like, nigga, you got to be able to stretch these arms.
You know, I've always said it's so funny the way he dresses. When that whole thing happened, when you and Doug got into it on here, so many years ago now, but it was funny and people like the Doug Stanhope sycophants were coming for it, and they were being like so shitty, and they were almost like, why couldn't she just like keep it funny? Why did she have to get? And I was like, She said to him before he walked out, she goes, I'm going to sit here and let you talk shit to me wearing that fucking Mr. Furley suit. And it made me laugh. I was like, that was really fun. I thought she was keeping it very funny.
He was in episode 40, season 3 of Three's Company, right?
Yamaneika's funny is loud and like angry. You think she's mad at you, but she's not.
I'm not. But
it wasn't quite as angry as it came off.
It's not anger.
No.
It is I'm going to meet your energy of stupidity with the volume that it needs, right? So when somebody says some wild shit, right, and they trying to play you, gaslight you, and then you're like, oh, you must think I'm fucking idiot, right? Because what you saying to yourself, like, oh, this person is definitely being condescending or a fucking idiot. So let me match your stupidity, right, with the same stupidity that you think I have, and at the same time, I'm about to cook your ass.
Well, what's funny was
so
when she came in, well, Bobby.
You're giving such a serious speech in a onesie. This is fucking me up.
Wait, it is 1 degree outside.
I know, but
it was two people.
Well, thank you.
Two people who weren't on the same vibe at all when they came in the room, because when she came in, what Doug said was funny. He just didn't. They don't know each other at all. So the first thing when Yamaneika walks in the room, she comes in. I don't think she even knew Doug was going to be there that day. He was kind of a surprise guest for us that day. So when she walks in, and Bingo was sitting like in the corner, and Doug just goes. But with Black Lou, he goes, oh no, 2 black people in the room. He goes, Bingo's about to freak out, and Yamaneika didn't know if he was being honest. Because Bingo's sitting here like she always looks like terrified.
Didn't they say Bingo had just come out of something a couple days ago? So it's like, I ain't trying to stress some white bitch out that just came out of something. You know what I mean? I'll get the fuck up out of here before I go to jail, right? Oh, this big back nigga came in here. Oh, Bingo just said hello, Bingo. You know, you don't come in here looking like a B5 and that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it was. But we also need to be able to fucking grow, right?
Oh, yeah.
The same people that couldn't stand me or how the fuck I got down then don't give a fuck or can't stand me now. Those are the same niggas that keep talking about some interaction between Patrice and I almost 20-something fucking years ago. And Patrice is my brother.
What'd you have with Patrice?
No, I just went on a podcast. But it's not where we came from the podcast is fucking Patrice became a real great mentor to me. You understand? And friend and brother. And you still talking about some shit from when we first. So niggas don't grow. They stay where the fuck they are. I don't have to stay where I'm at with fucking Doug. It's not. Because at first I'm like, what do I look like? A black woman coming here, getting ready to kiss some white nigga, whatever, dance with some white nigga.
There it is. New special, by the way.
Right, there it is. Right, okay, y'all been trying to, there it is. Yeah, the special's called White Nigga.
There you go.
So,
give it up for YouTube right now. On YouTube right now, Yamaneika special.
Yamaneika special on YouTube right now, White Nigga.
Subscribe, like, comment, get in the algorithm.
Get it going.
Yeah, especially if you're a white nigga, donate to my Cash App. It's at Yamaneika. Go find a black friend to tell you how to spell it. Now, what I'm saying is we don't have to stay there. Were there reservations in me meeting Doug in that regard as a black woman?
I hate that you keep touching me to shut me up. It's my show too. Fuck off. All right? I will speak too. I love you, baby. Look, me and you have had fights. We've had fights.
Epic one. Bro.
We had some fights.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
It's like first day of therapy for a couple.
No, because it's like.
But Yamaneika, let me tell you something, Yamaneika. She has this side of her that is just sweet. Like, we've gone screaming, yelling at each other, and then all of a sudden we look at each other and we both get it. And sweetest person in the world. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm so, like literally just mouthing, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry too. And then that's it. It's over quick.
No, because that's what fucking friendship is. I moved to New York.
Did you guys get terminal news or something together?
We didn't, Jay, we didn't keep the baby. She decided to kill it, thank God.
No. First of all this fucking sweetness got my lips dry again.
The name of her special has a different meaning, if you know what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. And I don't know where y'all stand in the gap with Godfrey, right? But I was on his show yesterday. He was giving me the rundown and teasing me. And the same when I come here.
What was he teasing you about?
No, just like fun. Like at the end of the day, the shit do look like, oh, is it serious? But it's like, no, we fucking breaking bread a lot of times, running into each other in different cities. Like whether we want to be, we're beyond colleagues, right?
You gotta sit down because you look like a Teletubby standing up. You gotta sit down. I can't listen to you seriously.
Because I was getting grounded in my shit.
Get grounded. Fuck
Can
it.
you like turn the other way then?
Yep, I got you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
thank
Do
you.
your thing.
Yeah, and don't even hear it. No, put the mic
Baba,
thing
you
right
got
here.
pom-poms
Okay,
on.
all right. Okay. I'm 46.
What?
When I moved here, right, I was 20 years old, right? 26 years I've been here doing stand-up, just here. Even though I started when I was 16. Here. People watch me be like some, like, who the fuck is the girl? Like some geek, whatever, I'm also in a climate where it's like, not the shit on the guys, but it's not a friendly atmosphere for women, especially young girls, right? And I'm trying to navigate all that shit and then also become an adult, right? Because I don't know how to be an adult yet. So I'm learning a lot of shit.
It's safe as shit for old women. Sorry.
Bob, you better mouth "I'm sorry" and French kiss her again.
No, why would you do?
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
So much.
What happened in those woods? What happened in those woods?
I wish.
So, in watching me grow from literally a boy to a man. I grew from a boy to a man.
Are you transitioning?
Wait. Why would one white nigga put another white nigga on his face?
Available right now on YouTube, everybody.
Right.
Subscribe,
It's a new Oreo cookie called Double Stuffed Cracker. You know what I mean? Like, what? Who was that? Who the fuck was that? I couldn't even see it, Bobby, over your fucking large ass face. You ain't got the face for that shit, nigga. Go get a baby or something. I don't know who the fuck that was. Was that you, Jay?
Yes.
Was it? He look horrible with your face on. Don't ever let that nigga. You got one of him?
No, not yet. But he,
Bobby
also puts it on all willy nilly. He doesn't get it straightened out where it's supposed to be. So half my face is over here.
But then he just said something a moment ago about old bitches being safe, right?
Yeah, they are safe.
And you an old bitch too.
Yes,
right.
I am.
Together.
Yeah, they're safe around us. Yeah.
I hate when you go with it. And see, the thing about it, right, I wasn't no, nigga, you did what you did. Now we can't even fight. All right, you got it. Take the floor. It's your show.
I fucking love you so much. God damn it.
My fucking onesie. You know how hard it is to find a big bitch onesie?
Yeah.
I had to get 2 twosies. And put them together to get a foursy.
Oh, that was a bonding moment of me and Yamaneika in Montreal. So great. We were going to Montreal, and I just know, like, we're trying to find clothes anywhere, and you're a bigger person. And when she told me, she came over, she goes, "I'm getting." You remember this? Yeah. She goes, "I'm getting ready to go buy some clothes at what's it? Fuck, come on.
No shit. What the fuck? Something with it in French. It meant
extraordinary.
Yeah, humongous bitch. That's what it meant in French. Humongous bitch.
La additional.
All right. Listen, they hated fat people so much. They didn't even give us another name. They just said it's additional.
It's additional
whatever
clothes.
These skinny niggas is doing, double it up for this big bitch over here in the corner. La additional. No, call that skinny bitch La Minus. But
Yamaneika walking this place, just the dejected feeling. Look, they changed DXL. Has changed their thing, so it's just DXL is the names in football. When it would have like when I was young, it was called the casual male, big and tall.
Yep.
And I was on the big side of the building, not the tall side.
Right. Yeah, for the big girls, it was called Buns.
What's the big girl store now?
Torrid.
They got
Lane Bryant, obviously, in Torrid.
Yeah, Lane Bryant, but Lane Bryant is for the big bitch that got dreams and a career.
Yeah, Lane Bryant's for Sherry Shepherd.
Don't say that. You know Sherry, my girl. I don't want to be. Don't mention no black people I know while I'm on the show.
It's morning
Robinson,
talk show.
Will Sylvans, Godfrey,
Lane Bryant. I want you to run through all the niggas you know in the business. Come on, keep them fun.
Lane Bryant is absolutely closed for a black morning show talk host.
Male comic.
You know I know black comics.
Name me more than 3 that you just knew now.
Artie Fuqua, Will Sylvans.
Why don't you get to the circuit though?
Yeah, get to the circuit, nigga. You're staying in a.
She's not even gonna. She's not gonna ask me because she knows she knows I'd be knowing these motherfuckers, so she don't ask me these questions.
Listen, let me tell you something about Jay. Jay's so black.
I know.
If Jay wasn't with Christine and she in the fucking way, I'd have been fucked this nigga, and I heard his dick was mid. You know what I mean? And I would still fuck him. You understand what I'm saying? Jay got that fucking swag, bro. I'm telling you right now. And if you don't say that around black people that I said that, because they be wishy-washy with you. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this type of swag. Yeah.
Red Tim's on right now.
Can you lift your legs up in your Huskies,
Come on, son.
And your Target 1X's? Oh, okay.
Bobby doesn't look as comfortable as mine though.
But these shoes are fire though. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga be hitting and missing all over his body.
Jay can't do this.
Right? That's a hit. Miss, hit.
Are you saying, Yamaneika? Am I hearing what you're saying right? Do you think purple doesn't go well with navy
Not
and then
at
black?
all, nigga.
I did leave the house without Dawn's checking first.
Yeah, no, we fucking look at you got purple on. I'm in a onesie. We look like some fat show on PBS Kids. You
Your
know?
sneakers don't make sense. Coming from a black perspective,
Buddy,
your
you're dressed
sneakers
like a
don't make
wrestler
sense.
manager, okay?
Okay, so
listen, we're all we're all a little whipped up. What are you looking for? Pills? hopefully,
where's my pills?
Hopefully, it's something that fucking chill you the fuck out. What? What are you looking for?
I'm trying to roll a blunt
In the studio?
I'm not gonna smoke it.
Oh, you can smoke it.
It's
No,
illegal?
I don't think I can.
No, your talent.
No, I can't.
I'm pretty sure you can.
No, I think you totally can.
I used to have a show.
Jay has
here.
a whole thing of it.
I used to have a show on Sirius, not even a half a moon ago, and because people go many moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had a show 4 hours ago that got canceled, and
What are you?
No. I love Sirius.
It was on Kev's
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak.
You can speak.
I don't know. I have an idea. But when I'm saying there's no bad blood, there's no bad blood.
No.
Yeah.
But you can say whatever you want, dude. Jim McClure, and Bobby says all the time, Jim McClure is his bitch. Bobby says that.
Is that
it's
what
nonstop.
you say?
Yeah, and he's like our big boss, and Jim doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah, he doesn't, because he's my bitch.
He's his
Okay,
bitch,
now.
ultimately.
God damn
and
it.
you gonna be wearing a onesie soon. And you get ready.
When you got to go away, La Additional. Damn, I love that. I know. I think I could buy a shirt in the mall now. I don't know. I'm still afraid to.
No.
I'm still afraid to try. Because there's the worst. I spent my whole life going to malls, being like, that's a cool shirt. What's the biggest size you have? And then putting it on in a dressing room, and then people being like, why didn't you come out in it? And you're like, there's no reason.
There's nothing like going into a dressing room with like 14 items and coming out with 14 items.
Oh,
going,
yeah.
None of these.
Yeah. Hey, can you restock all of these, please? This was lofty thinking.
Having to ask for, do you have anything bigger than XL? No, we don't.
Also, is there anything grosser
You go on
than
the
putting...
website, they say, now.
Yeah, that's the fat little...
I hate trying on clothes at a store because when I put my own clothes back on, it feels like I just been living like a piece of shit forever. I don't know why my own clothes, when you take like the new ones off, whether you're gonna buy them or not, and you put your shit back on, you're like, what is mine all loose and shitty? What's wrong with these?
Right.
Yeah, because when you sweat your pants into shape, you sweat that belt loop to fit you right. That's why I hate when Dawn washes. And if she dries my hoodies,
it's over.
Violent argument.
That's the problem with.
And she's like, "What do you want me to do? I want it the exact way I got it the day I bought it."
Gut life with the jeans top in the middle of your jeans get bacon neck. You know what I'm talking about when they're going like this because it's been wet for too long.
Want your hoodie to be tight.
I don't want my hoodie to be tight.
No,
I want it to be nice.
I don't dry my hoodies at all.
When you first put it on, you said.
Yeah, right when
crisp.
Crisp.
But how you going to maintain that? Like, we got to use some common sense here, Bobby.
You got to put her face to the glass.
But how you going to clean it? So you just going to keep wearing it?
I don't clean it.
Oh, that's crazy. You wash it, you hang it, and
You
then
hang
you
it.
throw it in the dryer after it's dry.
You hang it. You can't let it dry in the dryer. Yeah.
You know the steps he just said.
My
you know.
Dawn does that. I don't do that.
What I'm saying is, if you knew the steps, then you could do it.
I don't do it.
Why?
Because I don't
do it.
He said earlier it's
No.
woman's
Yeah,
work,
why-
which is
Yeah,
fucked
oh.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know
I didn't
the
say.
steps, Bobby.
Stop. I didn't say woman's work.
But-
I
He said black
I
or
said-
ethnic woman's
Oh,
work.
Yes. Get it right, motherfucker.
Bobby.
Sorry. Go ahead, bitch.
You know all the steps.
Discuss.
You could do the steps.
You know what he's doing, right?
I know what he's doing, and guess what? I'm high enough that I'm ready to go. Right?
Yamaneika.
So I'm ready to go there because he been trying to break us up since we got
Yeah, Monique, you know
together.
Woe Vicky? Have you heard of White Woe Vicky? She faked a Nigerian kidnapping.
Did you hear that? Where you going? Sit up. Sit back.
Wait,
Let me do it real quick. I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna take a little onesie
wait,
down.
be
See-
careful. I got chest.
3 hours ago.
Do you have a bra on?
Brar.
Do you have a bra? Whoa! Oh, I thought you was pulling it.
Giving you the goods,
I
dude.
do have a thing.
God damn.
When I saw this topic, I was like,
Yeah.
Monique, will have some thoughts about this.
This is crazy.
You know who she is, right? Woe Vicky?
Absolutely.
She was, you know, her first claim to fame was saying she was partially black,
Mm-hmm.
but she took a 23andMe, and then her super white parents were like, this is a lie. And then she's done, not Bad Girls Club, what is it now? Baddies, that show. She's done that, and she's essentially just a back and forth fake religious or fake slutty piece of shit, it seems.
Listen, good for this young lady, right?
Oh.
Good for her. She found a way to realize her dreams of being a subpar, mediocre bitch at best.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But somehow putting herself in an arena with bitches who are like talented, right? People should not be knowing her as much. I shouldn't even know who she is, right? No. I shouldn't know who she is.
Sure.
Right? But she's able to co-opt the black space, right? Because black people we're always ready to just sell our shit, right? So niggas support her and make her relevant, right? White niggas is like, who the fuck is you take her as a joke, right?
Yes.
Just like you take Kim Kardashian as a joke, but to niggas, Kim Kardashian is a queen.
I don't know if I take her as a joke at this point.
Okay,
Hang on, Jay.
right.
Relax.
I mean,
Go
and
ahead,
to
Yamaneika.
Armenians.
Yeah. You cool it too, Christine. So now, wait, did you give me my tapes?
They're coming.
Okay, I'll take it back what I said. Okay, so I love you, Christine.
Christine took a nervous sip. They're coming. Please.
Now I'm gonna walk back what I said to Christine just now. But what I'm saying is, the girl is hustling, and she's able to hustle. She's smart enough to understand the psyche of selling yourself to people who will value you because you put yourself as some type of a value.
You
for
need a
them.
people. She found a people.
Yes.
You need a people. I said that
Absolutely.
years ago.
And
All
it's
you
all
need
a
is a
show.
people.
It's all a show. Of course, her parents.
We need a people.
No. Of course, her parents are both white or lily white or whatever the interpretation of the American dream is. Always
Lily white.
Two white niggas and two little white niggas in a house and a fence and half a white dog.
Special on YouTube right now.
Right.
No
white
gays.
nigga.
But no gays.
We need gays. We need more gays.
You need some
Whatever
gays.
it is, she found a space
Do you have gays
in which she is able to make money. Where else would she be able to do this?
Do you have gays that like you? You have a gay fan base?
Whoa, Vicky. Or should I say, whoa, Bobby?
Whoa, Bobby. Ah, Bobby, can you
Why
be
are we
Whoa,
doing
Bobby?
such a hard transition? I don't mind answering that.
I'm
but
sorry.
It seems like you're just trying to get away from the
No,
because that was
fucking-
so random.
I'm sorry. I just thought maybe I didn't know if you had a gay fan base.
I don't consider them to be a gay fan base. I consider them to be a part of the Yamali, which is my fan base.
What is it called?
The Yamali. And in that space, you can be anything as long as you are a part of wanting to be a part of love, right? Maybe you feel disenfranchised in any regard, disabled, you're, culturally or whatever.
I
gender,
accept
all
no
of those
disabled.
things.
Let it be known here, if you're a
But
big fan of Big
religion,
J, don't be
all of
disabled.
those things. What I'm saying is,
there's no wheelchair accessibility to Jay's show.
I've been, and see, that's not even bad in my world, right?
What?
Because it's sort of this handy joke, right? That we just a handicap joke in the wheelchairs.
You call them handies? Nice. I like that.
No, I said the handicap joke. We did. Yeah.
He said handy.
Is it the
No,
handy
you thought I
joke?
was handy.
No, I don't think you're handy.
No, really?
I'd
Bobby
take it.
wants a
I'll
handy.
take a handy. God damn it,
Okay.
Jay. That was my joke that you fucking swooped in.
What I'm saying is, in my
Take a
world,
sip.
everybody can get it.
Get what?
You heard it here first.
If.
Yamaneika Saunders endorses Whoa Vicky.
I'm not.
Whoa
no,
Vicky.
no.
Yamaneika Saunders for Whoa Vicky, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Girl, keep doing what you do. Keep scamming, girl. Scam. She is a
somehow done
scam.
Do you think now, how about Bad Baby? Is she a scammer?
Who's that? That's Yamaneika.
Oh, of course, my mother. My mother currently thinks I'm on drugs. So
She gets, I sense you're around too many white people at once. Is that because?
Remember her mom wouldn't let her go camping with us?
I do. And she goes, and how much it hurt us when she goes, my mom said, don't go out into the woods with those white people.
No, I said my grandmother said that, and she had already passed.
It was your great.
But I was saying that my mother.
Wait, stop.
No, you said you spoke on the phone. It was your mother, and your mother said
I
not to go
spoke
in
to
the
the
woods.
spirit of my grandmother.
On the phone?
Why do you
No,
turn?
no.
Why do you turn English? I spoke to the spout of my grandmother. What the fuck? What are you doing? What are you taking?
She's doing the Madonna thing.
She went from really ghetto to
Ghetto!
And
Bobby,
she's back.
have you lost your fucking mind? Ghetto! You are so fucking tone motherfucking deaf, nigga. It's
What?
like wild.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
would say ghetto to
I
me
have a pivot.
black. But no. Let's roll. Okay, let's go back.
You said handies.
I didn't say handy. I said we was trying to get off the handicap, and then you started
Jace.
mumbling over me.
Jay's scared right now.
No.
I drink it all in.
This
I'm
is
gonna-
a
I'm gonna
violent
listen.
time that we have. Don't worry, okay?
I'm fine.
It's 11:59, and we haven't eaten yet. You understand?
Nope.
At midnight, if you give us even a bite of a cracker, we turn it into gremlins, right? So right now we at 11:59, me and Bobby, and depending on whether he eat anything after what I say, which will be after midnight, we about to turn into gremlins in this
What
bitch
the
tonight.
fuck are
okay?
you talking about?
So you like Whoa Vicky. So
Wait.
You tried to act like I was talking about the handicap. You keep bringing that up. What part of me do you think would say handy?
no, if I do a
The
show though
handies.
where there's a ramp, I make them turn them into steps. I'm like, nah. I'm not. You know how many ticket sales I lose trying to fill a whole row full of fucking
3,
wheelchairs and shit?
4, it's terrible.
No, pick them up. Yamaneika, do me a favor real quick. What do you think Bobby is? What would you call Bobby? A white what? What would you lay on this guy? What would you call Bobby if you just saw him on the street? Look at this white what?
What am I? You all right? Did you shit yourself? What the fuck just happened here?
You didn't shit a onesie, did you? That sucks. It's going right to your feet.
She'd be warm the whole way
The
home.
moment we just all had was so fucking hilarious. You said, I want you to know what you said. Since you try to act like you know what the fuck I said. You said, if there was a handicap ramp at my show, I would tell them
Turn them into steps. No ramps in my shows. Stay out. Park it outside. Figure it
Do
out.
you understand
Marine crawl up the steps.
how fucking hilarious what you just... No.
Use your super strong arms to traverse the steps. We have to take a break. Can you call Bobby a white N-word real quick again?
Go watch my show, White Bobby.
Yeah, White Bobby, available right now on Yamaneika's YouTube
go
page.
White niggas on YouTube. Please go watch it. Watch it with everybody you
Comment, like,
Yes,
subscribe to the page,
share,
do all the
share
stuff.
it.
Share it, please.
Thank you.
That's how you get in the
love you.
algorithm.
Love you too. I love you guys. Everybody here. Thank you as always.
We'll be back. Well, you're going to catch us live next week. We have our pre-record coming up this week. Make sure you go to youtube.com/@RobertKellyComedy. Make sure you go buy tickets for his shows, punchup.live/Robert Kelly. And, of course, come see me this weekend, everybody. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Desert Ridge and Tempe.
Tempe for Friday and Saturday night, BigJComedy.com. We'll be right back.
We might be right back.
We might be, we might not, but we'll be back tomorrow. It's the Bonfire.